Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So I'm here to do a question and answers with you. So it's a bit weird me doing a face video. So yeah, hi. Hello. So I put a post out on my YouTube channel on the community bit asking if anybody had any questions for me to answer, and I've had quite a few questions, so we'll try and get through them all today. Now if you did miss that, I'm happy to do another one, so if there's any questions you would like to know, leave them in the comment section below and hopefully I'll get around to answering it within the next few weeks. I can't guarantee it, but yeah. Okay, so my first question, I haven't wrote down who these are off. I did forget, I just sort of quickly wrote them down, so thank you everybody who has sent them. But my first question is, if I could win a year's supply of any craft brand, who would I choose? So I've thought long and hard about this one. There's two in particular that I would have went with. One would be Tonic Studios and the other would be Craftbox, and I'm thinking, well, who do I love more? And it has to be Craftbox. So I think if I could win a year's supply of anything, it would definitely be everything that Craftbox comes out with. So that's my first question. My second question is, what is your #1 craft tip and best craft tip I have been given? So my craft tip would be have fun. The main important thing when crafting is have fun. It's as simple as that. If you're not having fun, then to me it doesn't seem like it's worth it. If it's going to just stress you out, that's not what crafting is about. Crafting is about having fun, relaxing, you know, just for your mental health. That is what I would say crafting is all about. So I would say my most important tip would be have fun. Don't look at your end result, because at the end of the day, if it doesn't turn out how you planned, you'll have learned a lot of processes along the way. So definitely have fun. And the best craft tip I have been given, oh, I don't know, I've had so many. Yeah, that one I can't think of, because honestly I've had so many tips, and I think a lot of the time it's always been have fun as well. And I mean, I did get one tip off our lovely Angie with regards to stamping. Now that, I would say that's been my most helpful. And that's about stamping. So giving the time for the stamp, for the ink to come off the stamp onto the paper, so leaving it a few seconds instead of just stamping it down and then bringing it back up. So I would definitely say that that's probably one of my most recent favourite tips. I think I say it in nearly every video now when I do stamping, so yeah, I would probably say that one. I have any tips or advice on where to sell crafts except for Etsy? Unfortunately not, and I don't, because I don't sell what I make. It is something eventually I will look into, but yeah, I don't make what I don't sell what I make, so I don't know any sort of selling sites out there. I mean, I have sold a few things on Etsy, so I've sold my books, my clay books that I do. I've done a couple of them over the years, but I honestly wish I could tell you. I've tried a couple of craft fairs with friends that haven't been very successful. So yeah, I honestly don't know. I wish I could tell you more, but I craft mainly for my health. And for relaxation than actually selling. So I do apologise. I'm sure there's lots of videos out there that will be able to tell you the best place in which you can in the best places you can sell. I know there's a lot of people who say not to sell on Etsy, but personally I like Etsy. And I don't see a problem with it. I know our lovely Julia, she sells on Etsy. We have, I know I've bought a couple of things off Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah and Artie Mays. So yeah, the only place that I could ever think of is Etsy. So I'm really sorry I can't help you with that one. Next question. Is there any craft you haven't tried that you would like to try in 2021? Well, there is actually, but I've already tried it. So I wanted to do paint by numbers. It looked really satisfying and really, relaxing. And it is something that I've wanted to try for many, many years. And for Christmas, my husband bought me one. So I have done a video because the picture is of a lady who, when you see it, it's just lady through and through. Speaking of lady, she is behind me, so hopefully we don't have to run after her halfway through. But yeah, so I have tried that. There's not much else really that I could think of to try. The only other thing that I've never tried, and I have seen my friend do it, so my really good friend Dorothy, she does felting, needle felting. And she's absolutely amazing at it, and she did these little mice that are just absolutely gorgeous. And it is something that I think I would try, but I haven't got round to trying. I think it's more that I'm scared of pricking my finger, because but yeah, I think that's the only craft now that I would sort of try that I haven't tried. I've tried very many crafts. There's a lot of hobbies that I do have in crafts, so yeah, so there's that. Do I do any destashes or craft hauls? Yes, I do. I do lots of craft hauls on my channel, so I like to show you what I have bought, because a lot of the time I do follow my videos up, and I will use the stuff that I have bought so you can see how I use them before I put them away. And I do this because it makes it, I feel that if I buy stuff and I haven't used it, it's a bit of a waste of money. So I always like, if I buy something, I like to use it, or I like to use a part of it. Destashes, very rare that I do a destash. I do have a lot of stuff actually that I do need to destash, so stamps and dies, but I haven't got round to it. And I feel like sometimes it might not be what you guys want. You want a destash on my channel. So yeah, let me know if you do. Then I'm quite happy to destash the stuff that I have. I do have a bag full. But a lot of the time, if I don't want it, I do send it to my local charity shop. So it's very rare that I sell my stuff off. Yeah, I tend to give everything to charity. So yeah, but yeah, definitely do craft hauls on my channel. Are you able to do a craft room tour or collection? Well, I don't know if you can see behind me, but it is a little bit of a mess today. But yeah, I'm more than happy to do another craft room tour if it is what people would like to see. So there has been some changes over the last, I would say over the last 6 months-ish. So I've got a few new bits and pieces. So my desk's now got nice tidy bits on it, and yeah, so yeah, I'd be happy to do that. Let me know in the comment section below if you would like to see an up-to-date craft room tour, and if you would, then I'll be more than happy to share that with you. Is it worth doing a craft channel? It depends what you want out of it, is what I would say. I love my channel. I'm not on here to make money. I'm not here to do businesses or anything like that. I mean, eventually one day I'd love to do, like, have my own brand, and I am looking into it. But oops, there goes my trimmer. Yeah, I started this channel for me. It's I started it to share my tips and my craft with other people. It is one thing that I really I've always wanted to do, is I think because my love for crafting is so big. Yeah, it's all I think about. I just love crafting. I want the whole world to craft with me, and that's where my that's how my craft channel started. So I would say it depends what you're getting out of it. If you're looking to make money from it through YouTube ads and stuff, then trust me, it's going to take you years and years, and then even then, if yeah you're not going to do it, and that's being realistic. Unless your channel has got thousands and thousands of subscribers, and you've got the the ad revenue, and you've got affiliate links, and you've got sponsors and things like that, then definitely don't do a channel just to make money, because it's not going to happen. If you want to do a channel because you want to share everything with the world, a bit like I do, then go for it, because honestly, the YouTube family, so all of my treasures, are amazing. I love you all. You keep me going every day, and you make me believe in myself. When I first started, I didn't have a lot of confidence, so I wouldn't have said, oh, I'm talented. Definitely not. Now I would say, yeah, I know how to do that sort of thing. I can do that. Yeah, I'm slightly talented. You know, and it's the support that I get. So if you're looking for the support, then YouTube is definitely the place to come, because honestly, my subscribers, or my treasures, they are amazing, and yeah, I wouldn't swap them for the world. They're just absolutely fabulous. So yeah, it would depend what you want from a craft channel. So for me personally, is to connect with other people and to share my love of crafts with the world. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. Where do I get my inspiration from? Well, everywhere, honestly. So I was talking about this with my friends the other night. I get inspiration just from a conversation. So, you know, I could have a conversation with a friend, and they'll say, oh, I was out yesterday, I went to the park, and oh, I saw that, and all the birds were going, and I'll think, ooh, I think I want to go and make something, I don't know, with it, trees on, or yeah, I want to go and do this, or, and it'll just be random words that sort of set me off. Other inspiration comes from watching videos from you guys as well, my comments as well, with what you sort of say in the comments. They give me inspiration. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, videos give me inspiration. Actually crafting as well, surprisingly, gives me inspiration, and I think that's why I craft so fast, because I've had a few people say, wow, you craft super fast, and it's like, yeah, I know, I'm sorry, but half the time it's because I've got another idea in my head while doing that I really want to get to. So yeah, I'm just constantly wanting to craft, but yeah, I would say my inspiration comes from everyone, everything, and yeah, even dreams. I get inspiration from my dreams. But yeah, okay. What or who made you decide to do a crafting YouTube channel? That is a really good question. So many years ago, when I first started doing crafts, so it was back in 2008, I bought my first jewellery making kit in the January, and it's a little earring kit, and oh, I was so addicted. The first pair of earrings that I made, it felt amazing. So I started watching YouTube videos of jewellery making, and I started watching Off the Beaded Path. I love her, still love her videos now, Beadful Nights as well. So I was watching her, and I thought I'd love to be able to do that. I'd love to be able to design and film me making jewellery. Well, yeah, it didn't happen. And then, I was jewellery making for quite a few years, and about 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago now, I know Marta Lepowska from Marami Small Arts popped up in my suggestions with string art. It was like where she put string in ink, and she got me into mixed media. And I was watching one of her videos one day, well actually it was 2 years, it'll be 3 years in August. And I was watching one, and I thought I'd love to do that. And I had a tripod, I had my phone, and there was a time lapse on my phone, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to see if I can do it. And I did it, and I uploaded my first video onto Instagram. Must have watched it about 50-60 times. So pleased with it. I still love it now. It's not the best, but I still love it. And then I uploaded it onto YouTube. And I think most of the views on it is mine, because I was just so happy that, you know, that I'd finally done it. And then I sort of got this buzz, this like, yeah, I was so happy. So I thought, right, I'll do another one. So I would say that it was Marami Small Arts that got me where I am now. So yeah. I know it took me a while to talk. So I did my first collab with our lovely Julia in the January. So she'd put a post out, and I'd never met her before. But I'd seen her channel, and I was watching it, and she'd put this thing out saying she was doing a book collab, a reading club in the January, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it. But then she mentioned about talking in your videos, and I'm thinking, oh, but I only put music on, and I just write words on. I don't talk. So it was Julia that got me talking. So, and now you can't shut me up. Okay, so how long have I been crafting for? I've been crafting since January 2008, so a long time. So what's that, 13 years, something like that? So yeah, a long time. What's my favourite craft tool and that I couldn't live without? Well, it has to be my scissors. If I didn't have my scissors, I don't know what I would do. I love my scissors. My scissors are my most favourite craft tool ever. I love fussy cutting. I just love what you can do with a pair of scissors. So yeah, that's my favourite craft tool, and the one thing I can't live without. How do I keep all of my kit collections? So do I keep them together or not? So, there's a couple of, there's only really the Love from Lizzie kits that I do keep together, which I 1 second, I will grab. So, and I have them in a little pouch like this, and inside I have everything, including the paper. Now, any 12 by 12 papers goes into a 12 by 12 bag and gets stored away separately, and the same with the A4 cardstock that gets stored with my other cardstock. But they're the only kits that I keep together. The rest of them, I like to make stuff from them. So my craft boxes, when they arrive, what I tend to do is I have a play with them. I'll do a video for you guys, or I'll do a live for my Facebook group. And then I'll have another little play, and then once I've finished playing, I then take everything out, and they all go in the separate different areas within my room. So the 6x6 papers go up with my 6x6 papers, my stamps will go with my stamps, my dies with my dies. So yeah, I tend to keep them in order of product rather than kit. But like I said, Love from Lizzie's the only one that I seem to, I don't know why I start like that, but yeah, she's the only one that I seem to start as a kit. So next question, what are my preferred card bases? So when I first started out, it was definitely 6x6, and it still is, I think. However, I have gone over to a size A6 card, which is UK A6, which is 5 7/8 by 4 1/8. And I think it's because they're so easy to make, and I'm struggling to get my 6x6s from my local boys store, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, so I would say those two are my favourite. If I can get hold of my 6x6 squares, they're my all-time favourite card base to work on. But if I can't get them, then I like to make my own. A lot of the other card bases that you see are literally just within my stash that were gifted to me. So yeah, but I think it also, I like working on the long thin ones as well, so the long slim cards. So yeah, I like working them all, but 6x6, it'll be the one that I would always reach for if when I have them in. How do I decide what to cut with a trimmer, and what to tear? That is a really good question. Like a really good question. I don't know. I think it depends on what mood I'm in. Yeah, because I'm trying to think. So it also depends on the cards and the patterns and stuff. So whether or not, if you've got a really busy piece of paper, then I find if you rip it, you get that white edge down the side, and it just looks really nice, and it really stands out. So I would do that. But then yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you. I think a lot of the time it depends on how I'm feeling. So it's whether or not I want to yeah, it really is. It all depends on my moods. So I know I've just recorded how many cards, and a lot of the how many cards in that one was actually done with my trimmer, so I cut all the papers down. So I tend, if I'm bulk making, you'll find that I use my trimmer a lot because I can cut down my papers to size as best as I can anyway, and then what's left I find that I do rip, because I do prefer a ripped card than a trimmed card. But yeah, I wish I could tell you, it really is how I feel at the time to whether or not I'm going to rip it. It depends whether I want a really nice card, like all sort of put together properly, or whether I want like a scruffy looking card, as I call them. Yeah, all depends. I don't know. I can't really. I wish I could help you with that one, because I honestly couldn't tell you. Right, we've only got a couple of more questions and then I will let you all go on your way. So, I got this question saying, when I make a card, I really spend a lot of deciding what to do, faffing around and not making as many as I would like. Any tips for making decisions, faster as I work really quickly and let me reread this because I have wrote this down completely wrong. So when I make cards, I really spend a lot of time deciding what to do and faffing around. Do I have any tips on making decisions, as I work very, very fast and everything always turns out great? I wouldn't necessarily say everything turns out great. I think I find, and I think the reason why I work so fast is if I start doubting myself, so I do have a couple of videos where I do doubt myself. If I doubt myself, then I find that I spend forever on a card. And because I can't decide where I want placements and things, and you will always find on those videos I always go back to my first original thought. So the one thing that I would say is go with your first instinct. That's what's going to make you go quicker. So as soon as you do your you put your backing paper on, the first thing you pick up and you put on, make it work, and just go with it. Just use your first instincts. The first couple of times might be a bit strange and you might not like the outcome, but you will find that the first thing that you sort of pick up and the first thing that you want to stick down on that card is the thing that you're going to end up with. I do change my mind, so every now and again I will change my mind, but if I change my mind, I stick to it. I try to stick to it. So that's sort of like the tips I would give you, is just go with your first thoughts. Go with your first instinct. Whatever you pick up, go with that first, because yeah, it will help you move. The more you do it, the less you think about it, and the more that you do, the quicker you will get, I would think. So yeah, I'm just a very fast worker. I always have been. So yeah, that's sort of my advice would be, just go with your first instinct. And then our last question is, do I have a day where I'd like to do something creative, sit down at my desk and then don't know what to do or where to start? Yes, all the time. So I will be, and this happens a lot, so I'll be upstairs watching a film or doing something, and then all of a sudden I get this urge to craft. So I'll come downstairs, I'll sit here and I look around and I think, what am I going to do? What shall I do? And I sit for about 10 minutes thinking, I don't know what to do. I've got all this stuff and I haven't got a clue what to do. So I get up and I walk away. And then I might come back down an hour later and yeah, it just comes to me. But yeah, I do have those days where that happens, which is, yeah, I was actually talking to our lovely Julia yesterday, and we were talking about sort of knowing where to, like, about creating and things. And I did say to her, I said, I find the more products I have, the less I know what to do with. So I like to limit my supply of stuff. So my room is absolutely jam-packed full of crafty bits and pieces. It's like floor to ceiling. I mean, just to say, see, this is all full of crafty goodness. But I find that I can't, if I went in every single cupboard and got one thing out, I wouldn't be able to craft because it's too much. So I find that I like less is more for me. So sometimes when I sit at my desk and I'll look around and I can't think of what to do, I'll tend to maybe grab a Love from Lizzie kit and just use what's in there. So I have sort of a few little methods that help me, or I'll just get my digi-stamps out and I'll sit and I'll colour them, and then it'll come to me of what I want to do. So there's little bits and pieces that I sort of do to help me. So yeah. Well, I hope that has answered all of your questions. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this. I hope you have. I know you get to see my face this time, so I hope it hasn't put you off. But thank you so much, everybody, for watching. If you do have any more questions that you would like me to answer, do leave them in the comment section, because I know that not everybody will have seen my post of asking for questions, but I just thought it might be you know, I've been on YouTube now for about 2 years, so I thought it would be nice for you to get to know me just a little bit more, instead of just knowing my hands. I think this is the second video now that I've done of showing my face, so yeah. It's all good, isn't it? But no, I've really enjoyed answering them. I hope I've answered them, yeah, to your satisfaction, because yeah, it's my first time, so yeah, please do forgive me if we haven't answered anything very well, but they are just my opinions. But yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for supporting me. I really do appreciate it. You keep me going, and you guys have kept me going through lockdown, and seeing your amazing comments and wonderful comments. So yeah, just it's been lovely. It really has. So thank you so much. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to leave you to it, and yeah, hopefully if there is a part 2, it'll probably be in a 3 or 4 weeks time, just to give people a chance to put their questions out. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Please do take care, and hopefully we'll see you very soon in another video. But until then, happy crafting.